Hello everyone, it's I, Mr. Big T Anderson. We're doing more fanfiction readings this month, and this time we're doing My Soulmate. Now this is from the Legend of Korra fandom, and this is particularly by SwanQueen4tw. I take it for the win. If you're out there listening to this, just hit me up with a comment or message me, you know how. Anyway. Some people with fan fiction, some people may not like fluff. They think, oh, there isn't any character development. Oh, it's just too squishy. And this, just showing how some of the characters will work with each other. I want to take this fan fiction, print it off, put it on an arrow with a boxing glove at the other end. And whenever people say such things, I will take out my arrow and I'm going to throw it at them. Just to make the point. I enjoyed the fan fiction. So, anyway, if you're new here, let me give you the rules. I just read these. It's Swan Queen's work. If you like the fan fiction, you want to read it yourself, you may do so through the links below. We have it both to the author page as well as the story page. You can give your good review, and writers like that sort of thing. I know. I've been on the other side of the coin too. So, at least the writing fan fiction part. Anyway, let us begin. I'm just acting like a goof today. I don't know why. Alright, center, and let's begin. As we walked towards the portal, I felt Asami stiffen, taking her hand in mine. I smiled. It's okay, don't worry. Giving a small nod, she squeezed gently, entering the light. A peaceful warmth surrounded us. This is different. Glancing over, my heart started to throb when I saw the taller woman's profile. The golden tones danced on Asami's pale skin and caused her to glow. Oh, wow. Her eyes. They're beautiful. Korra, this is incredible. It is. Avatar Korra. Spirits welcomed us happily. Hey everyone, I became nervous when the spirit had tricked me, had come near. Ah, who's your friend, Avatar Korra? The spirit floated around Asami and landed on her shoulder. Oh, hello there. Chuckling softly, I allowed one to land on my hand. They're all nice here. Everyone, this is Asami. She's a friend of mine. Asami? That's the name you spoke of in your... Oh, crap. Hey! I can feel the blood drain from my face. Don't you guys have some, spirit stuff to do? We came here for a vacation, which means no talk of the time I was away. Good save. Hopefully I've not come to terms with dreaming of Asami night after night. I can't very well tell her what I feel, but I don't even know what that is yet. Sorry, Avatar Korra. Many of the spirits start to disappear. Guys, come on. I didn't mean you had to. I ran a hand through my hair. They seem nice. Asami's voice was quiet. She knows I'm keeping something from her. Great. Yeah, everyone is. Let me show you around. Bringing my thumb and forefinger to my mouth, I let out a long and high-pitched whistle that caused Asami's face to scrunch in confusion. I didn't know you could whistle. Yep. Asami's astonishment grew when a golden dragon landed near us. Let's go. Helping my friend to top the great dragon, I noticed her slight hesitation. No need to worry. I helped her back to her nest when she was little. She'd never drop us. Okay. The raven-haired woman held on tight. Her voice shook as I positioned myself behind her. I've got you. A squeak-like noise came from the woman's throat as we ascended into the air. It took some time for Asami to loosen up, but eventually she did. It was clear that she was amazed by the spirit world's landscape, and I told her all about the different landmarks. Landing near the Tree of Time, Asami slid down the dragon's tail with ease. So, this is where you meditated when you became the giant spirit, Korra? Yes, I sat in this tree and reconnected with my past lives, and remembered you. I became nervous again, remembering that time. All that anger, sorrow, and guilt I felt came flooding back. She must have been so worried. I can't imagine when she felt when I left for those 3 years. I feel horrible. At least I wrote to her. Ah, you're back. And you brought a friend this time. Will you be staying longer? Iroh's voice thundered with happiness. Iroh! Yes, we're on vacation. So many things happened lately in our world that we wanted to get away from it all for a while. Ah, you brought a non-bender with you this time. There was something knowing in his voice. This is Asami Sato. Asami, retired General Iroh, the elder brother of Lord Ozai. Iroh, Asami Sato, the daughter of Hiroshi Sato. She's the owner of Future Industries. I tried not to squirm under the man's gaze as I finished the introductions. She's never been to the spirit world before. Most non-benders don't visit unless they have a companion. To be the companion of the Avatar is a great thing, Miss Sato. Why is he looking at me like that? Does he know? Oh no, what if he does? What if he tells her? Maybe it was a terrible idea to bring her here. Korra, you got that panicked look in your eyes again. What's wrong? Green Eyes studied me carefully. Great, now she's worried about me. Way to go, Korra. I'm fine, just fine. Now she knows I'm keeping something from her. Well, I hope you enjoy your time here, Korra. Since things are slow back home, relax and have fun, because once you return, things will change. And with that, he left. What does he mean? I have no idea. Moving on, Asami changed the subject. What would you like to do now? Between the two of us, we have enough supplies to last a few weeks. Set up camp? There's a beautiful lake a few miles east of here. The water's clear and everything's peaceful. Sounds great. To say I was surprised when the dragon came to Asami's whistle was an understatement. I wasn't sure he'd come. The spirits can tell you're a pure and kind soul. Once camp was set, we decided to swim as the sun went down. Seeing Asami at ease brought warmth to my heart. She'd been through so much lately. I'm glad she's happy. Especially if everything will change once we get home. I wonder what Iroh meant by that. Korra, you have that look again. What's bothering you? Paddling in my direction, Asami tenderly tucked wet hair behind my ear. You can tell me. Feeling heat creep up my neck, I looked away with a soft smile. Gosh, I love her touch. It's just something Iroh said, and a few other things. Such as? There's a reason you were the only one I wrote to. I felt ashamed for not coming back because I couldn't be the person I was before the poison, but I couldn't handle not hearing from you. I was the newest to the group. Why do you think that is? I don't... Korra. Asami warned, causing me to meet her gaze. You know that won't work on me. With the boys, they'll let that slide, but you know I won't. A nervous laugh escaped my throat. Look, you don't have to tell me right away. We can't go through all the topics on the first day. However, there is one thing I want to tell you. What is it? Without warning, Asami closed the distance between us and pressed her lips against mine. At first I froze, but quickly kissed back. Asami... I was breathless by the time she pulled away. I know those 3 years would be horrible without you, but I didn't realize how treacherous it would be until I no longer got to see your smile or hear your snarky remarks. When I finally saw you, it took every ounce of self-control I had to not kiss you in the lobby. Really? All she did was nod. Wrapping my arms around the taller woman, I pulled her in for another kiss, this one more passionate. I'm turning into a prune. Let's dry off and enjoy the rest of the sunset, shall we? Sure. Taking Asami's hand, we walked back to the shore to dry off. After changing, I pulled the taller woman into the arms and leaned against a nearby tree. This is perfect. You were the only one I felt like I could talk to about everything that was happening. Snuggling into my embrace, the raven-haired woman stared into the distance. I wish you would have let me be there for you, but I understand why you felt you needed to go alone. I wanted you to come, but I was ashamed of myself. I've always felt I needed to do everything alone because that's the type of person I am, but I know I don't have to. My voice trailed off, remembering my friend. You have me, Bolin, Mako, Naga, your family, And all of Tenzin's family, even Lin. You'll never have to do things alone. I know, and I'm grateful for that. Next morning I woke feeling something tickling my nose. Opening an eye, all I saw was silky raven hair tousled around. She slept on my shoulder all night. Slender fingers traced my collarbone, causing my heart rate to spike. Morning. I tried clearing my throat to keep my voice, but I couldn't keep it from shaking. A soft chuckle vibrated from the taller woman's throat. Good morning, Korra. Sleep well? I did. Yeah? You? For a sleeping bag, yes. You make quite the comfortable pillow. Glad I could help. Carefully, I wrapped my arms around Asami to bring her closer. If that was possible, do we really have to go back? I'd be perfectly content to stay right here for the rest of my lives. You're scared. Before I could argue, she continued. I know you, Korra. Somewhere inside that mind of yours, you're scared of what will happen to us once we go back to the city and people find out. You're right, Korra. Asami's tender green eyes met mine. There's no need to worry. I lived without you for 3 years, and I don't plan to do that again. She captured my lips once more with hers, and my body never hummed like this before. Gosh, I hope she never stops touching me. You're going to kill me. An evil chuckle rumbled in my ear. Is that so? A quick gasp escaped my throat when I felt teeth scrape my pulse point. When I tried to turn us over, Asami pressed down on my shoulder. Oh, I don't think so, Avatar. Mischief was clear as slender fingers danced down my side and under my shirt. Is this okay? Uh-huh. It was all I could manage. Have you ever been with a woman before? No. These feather-like touches are setting me on fire. Ugh. This isn't fair. She's enjoying torturing me. She knows just how to make me shiver and squirm. If you're uncomfortable, I will stop. Nothing has to happen, Korra. Just as Asami's hand stilled, I placed mine on top of it before she could move away. No, I want this. I want you, so please, don't stop. Squeezing her hand gently, a breathtaking smile tugged at the woman's lips. Okay. Once more she captured my lips with hers, but this time there was no hesitation. I had never been with a woman before, but being with Asami felt right. 2 weeks passed quickly, and we realized our lives needed to get back to normal. After saying goodbye to everyone, we walked back through the portal. It was odd being back in our world, and suddenly the realization that Asami wouldn't be by my side the entire time hit me. Korra, what's wrong? Nothing. Narrowing her eyes, Asami stared me down. It's just we've been inseparable the past 2 weeks, and Hey, we both knew things would change when we came back. I'll be right here. Our friends and your family will learn about us, and no matter what they believe, I'm not leaving you. Asami cupped my face in her hands, pressing a quick kiss to my forehead. She continued, I love you, Korra, and nothing is going to change that. I'm sorry. For what? Constantly needing reassurance. This is so new to me, and, well, you know my track record. Taking my hand in hers, Asami squeezed tightly. I will assure you as much as you need. Now let's get cleaned up. I'm sure Naga and everyone else is dying to see us. They all know we're coming back today, so they've either camped out at my home or at Tenzin's. Upon arriving at the Sato house, Mako had left word about having a dinner upon our return. We were to meet them at Tenzin's at dusk. After showering and a change of clothes, Asami and I were set to meet everyone for dinner. Naga was the first to see us flying towards the temple and started barking. Naga, my feet barely touched the ground before I was on my back. Okay, I get it. You missed me. I missed you too, girl. They're here. Bolin announced our return before wrapping an arm around us. How was it? Did you have fun? How did Asami deal with the great outdoors? If looks could kill, the man would be dead. Asami was fine in a tent. The trip was great, and we had a lot of fun. Very relaxing. A familiar heat crept up my neck, remembering certain aspects of our time together. The grin Asami had only made it worse. She knows what I'm thinking about. Oh man, I busted again. What's with the look? He's clueless. Nothing, Bolin. Hello, everybody. Nothing was wrong, but something felt off. I wasn't sure what it was. Everyone knows something that we don't. Dread filled me when I heard a familiar voice calling a not-so-flattering nickname. Twinkle Toes! Toph, what are you doing here? I'm sure Iroh told you things would change upon your return. Yes? Once we eat, it's time to talk, but before you get all defensive, it's nothing bad. It's something I thought I'd never see. Toph glared before continuing. No jokes, Twinkle Toes. She paused, staring into my soul. I know. The blood drained from my face. How? How? Know what? What does she know, Mako? Trying to keep the peace, Tenzin spoke. Dinner is ready. Let us eat before it gets cold. As we ate, Asami placed a gentle hand on my knee to squeeze it gently. We have an announcement. Asami and I were together. The time away gave us the ability to talk freely and realize a few things. Everyone was surprised. The room was quiet. Everyone was surprised once again, except for Toph and Tenzin. Bolin's and Mako's faces were hysterical. What? But you dated Mako and then we had so much fun that night. He didn't mean anything rude, Bolin knew, but he was just confused. Eventually, Mako smiled. That doesn't mean anything. As long as the two of you are happy, that's all that matters. We are. Taking Asami's hand in mine, I kissed her knuckles. So, what does it feel like to have the last two people you dated end up together? Bolin grinned as he poked his brother's arm. I'm fine with it. I know both of them pretty well, and I know they'll be happy together. Giving a simple nod, Mako raised his wine. To Asami and Korra. Everyone followed suit. To Asami and Korra. Nothing to add, Toph. You and Tenzin seem pretty chill about this. You forget it. You're not the first Avatar I've dealt with, but I've never seen this happen before. What Toph is saying is with each Avatar, they have a special connection with the world and the people around them. It turns out with that connection, there's a deeper connection they can have with a certain person, the Avatar's soulmate, if you will. Tenzin continued to explain that each Avatar was destined to have a mate that understands them on every level, a person who makes them better than any of their past lives, a destined soulmate. Only 2 other Avatars met their soulmates. When you first saw Asami, what was your first thought? Feeling that familiar flutter in my stomach, I smiled. Well, the first time I met Asami, I wasn't sure what to think, really. I felt like I knew her, but then we had never met before. Later, we started to hang out, and she felt familiar. A soft blush warmed my girlfriend's cheeks. The two of you were together in a past life. When I trained you, you called out for a woman in your dreams. When I saw you and Asami interact, I knew it must have been her. Toph never sugarcoated anything, and now it was my turn to be red. It's nothing to be embarrassed over. Jeez. So, it never would have worked out with us. Realization set in for Mako. Nope. You both were just roadblocks. Toph? What? Asami hit him with her scooter when they first met. You talk a lot in your sleep when you're stressed. I know far more than I ever wanted to know about an Avatar. I could feel my face grow redder by the second, knowing what I dreamt. I can't imagine what I said in my sleep. A soft chuckle escaped Asami's throat. What else did you find out? Understandably, Korra doesn't talk much about those 3 years. Far too much. But a jealous Avatar is not a fun Avatar. Okay, that's enough about me. Let's change the subject, please. Wanting to crawl in a hole and die, I tried to think of anything else we could possibly talk about. If you wish to leave the island, that's fine. I don't want to keep you and Asami apart, but there will always be a room for you as well. That goes for you and Asami. Tenzin! Can I just hide now, please? We haven't even talked about that yet. I wanted to just die as everyone laughed at my expense. Thank you, Tenzin. Korra and I haven't spoken about that yet. I wouldn't want to keep her away from family. Is there going to be a wet... Ikki stopped when I sent water her way. Okay, I think it's time for the kids to go to bed. Anyone under the age of 18 needs to go to bed. I'm going to kill them one day. First with Mako, and now with Asami. These kids don't know when to be quiet. Oh, come on, I didn't say anything, Milo grumbled. It is late. Go get ready for bed. We have an early morning training scheduled. Tenzin shooed away his children. They mean well. I know they do. Hours passed, and it was time for even the adults to turn in. Walking Asami to the front, I kicked around a rock. I don't want her to leave, but I know she probably misses her bed. How do I bring this up? Hey, come home with me. What? Come home with me. Hoisting herself up to sit on Naga, she repeated, I know that I won't sleep well tonight without my human pillow. I can only assume the same will happen to you, and a grumpy avatar is not a good avatar. You need your rest. Folding my arms, I stared up at the raven-haired woman. You just want to see if I talk in my sleep? Maybe. Only way to find out is to join me. We can let the boys bring the plane back tomorrow. Stop snickering. I know you helped me pull you up. Me? Snicker? Nah. Let's go home, Naga. Asami clicked her tongue, causing our ride to jolt forward, nearly tossing me off the back. Serves you right. So mean. That ride was quiet and comfortable. I wasn't used to being the passenger while riding Naga, but Asami did great. I think she likes Asami better than me. Traitor. Leaning forward, I let my cheek rest on her back. This was perfect. We're here. Naga can stay under the shelter until we get her an area. I know we've not discussed it, but I'd like to at least have a room here with you. You don't need to make this a permanent residence, but... Oomph. I know it's rude to interrupt your girlfriend, but I can't keep myself from kissing her any longer. I would love to stay here with you. We can talk things over in the morning, but tonight I just want to sleep in a real bed with the woman I was destined to be with. Such a romantic. Asami led us inside. I do want to show you something. I followed her through the mansion and into her room. What Tenzin and Toph said earlier made me remember something that I have not told you. I took a seat on Asami's bed. What is it? I have a birthmark in the shape of a water tribe symbol. Pulling up her pant leg, Asami revealed a mark on the inside of her left ankle. I've always been drawn to water. Now I know why. Oh. Gently I traced the mark with a finger. I don't know what to say. I guess what they said was true. I really was meant to be with you before you left for those 3 years when we were at the South Pole. Katara always smiled when she saw us together. Soft chuckle escaped my throat. Yeah, she told me we reminded her of her and Aang. I really am your forever girl. Red lips captured mine in a passionate kiss, pushing me to lay on my back. Asami made herself comfortable as I tangled my hands in long, silky locks, and the night was filled with soft moans and exploration before falling asleep in one another's arms. Okay. Ugh. This was actually hard to do. It was one of the harder ones just because you can... This is my normal timbre of my voice. It is not by any means previous voices. So either I'm getting better at falsetto or I'm getting dumb enough to think I am. But in any case, I hope that was a good reading. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit more romantic. It may have pushed the boundary, but it's still tea. So meh. In any case, if you enjoyed it, links down below. Give a good review. I'm sure the author will appreciate it. If you want to roast me on my bad falsetto, please do so below. I hope I actually had to take breaks. This whole thing took me about 40 minutes to read, and a lot of mistakes in it, including once I think Mako. I pronounced it Mako because I play FF7. The Mako. I think I mispronounced his name once, and I still just, it was a hard one, but I'm glad I did. It was at least a test. It was fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to, you can check some of my other readings, and I hope you have a good one. Ta-ta for now.